Have you ever pondered the profound impact inflation has on our economies and societies? What if we told you that the silent eroding force of inflation has been shaping our world for over a century? In the early 1900s, inflation was a relatively tame beast. The gold standard reigned supreme, keeping prices stable and predictable. However, the outbreak of World War I and the subsequent post-war economic disruptions unleashed the inflation dragon, causing prices to soar and purchasing power to plummet. One stark example was the hyperinflation in Weimar Germany in the early 1920s. Prices escalated at such a rapid pace that the currency became nearly worthless, leading to severe social and economic upheaval. Fast forward to the mid-20th century. The Great Depression and subsequent World War caused inflation rates to fluctuate wildly, reflecting the economic disruptions of the time. These periods of economic turmoil underscored the profound impact inflation could have on societies and economies, shaping policies and economic thinking for decades to come. The late 20th and early 21st centuries saw inflation become a key focus of economic policy. Central banks around the world adopted inflation targeting, striving to maintain inflation at a low and stable rate to foster economic growth and stability. Yet the reality often proved more complex, as economies grappled with the challenges of managing inflation in a rapidly globalizing world. Now in 2024, we find ourselves in a world where inflation dynamics are increasingly influenced by a complex interplay of factors. Global supply chain disruptions, unprecedented fiscal and monetary policies in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and geopolitical tensions are all at play. In many parts of the world, inflation rates have surged to levels not seen in decades, driven by factors such as energy price shocks, labor market disruptions, and shifts in consumer demand. Take the United States, for instance. In recent years, inflation rates have hovered around 5 to 7%, significantly higher than the 2% target typically maintained by the Federal Reserve. This resurgence of inflation poses profound questions about the sustainability of current economic policies, the long-term impacts on income inequality, and the resilience of global financial systems. Inflation, as we see, is a persistent economic phenomenon. From the early 1900s to 2024, its fundamental nature remains unchanged. Yet its causes and impacts are deeply intertwined with the evolving complexities of modern economies. The persistence of inflation underscores the delicate balance needed in economic stewardship. It highlights the ever-present tension between growth stability and the equitable distribution of wealth. As we navigate the uncertainties of a post-pandemic world, the lessons of the past remind us of the profound impact inflation has on our economies and societies, and the importance of managing it with care. So remember, inflation isn't just about changing prices, it's a story that spans over a century, a story of economies and societies evolving, a story that continues to unfold today.